Hey everyone, it's Pam, and today I'm doing another game room tour. It's been almost 2 years since I did my first one in my current apartment, and I thought I'd give a little update since the collection has changed considerably. Some things you're going to see is that the Saturn collection is gone. Once Will finished the set, he kept it for a few months and then sold it. We've also sort of condensed in a lot of ways. The Wii and Wii U games are mostly gone. The DS games, the PSP games. We're sort of trying to focus more on games that we actually want to play and systems that we actually want to play them on. You'll see when I do the tour what we still have left. At the moment, we're sitting around 500 or so. I think just over 500 games, which I think is a good number. It actually appeals to me more than 1,000 plus. But let's go and take a tour of the room.
So first we'll start with a quick spin around. You can see the game shelves are down to 2, and we have picked up a couple other collections in the past couple years. There's lots of robots in disguise. Starting off with the consoles, we're down to 2 televisions, the large one on the left and the smaller one on the right. Hooked up to the big screen are the Xbox 360, this is the Modern Warfare 3 edition, the Raspberry Pi for emulation, the Switch, the PS4, which actually isn't hooked up to anything right now, the Retron 5, and then hooked up to the smaller television on the right is the JVC V-Saturn and the JVC XI. I love you, XI. We also have the PlayStation 1 hooked up here, and all 3 of those are connected through the FrameMeister so that we can actually use them on the high-definition television. And I've also got my recorder hooked up here since I've been recording some Sega CD games. It is a Hopage HD PVR Rocket. Will has started collecting vinyl, so he's picked up quite a few in the last little while. This here is Snatcher, which is one of only 2 of the records which I have picked up. There's a lot of hip-hop and rap, and then this little section is game soundtracks, which I might go over in a future video. Just back to games for a second. Last Christmas I got Will this JFJ Easy Pro. It's a disc buffer. Since we have so many disc-based games, it's very nice to have at home. And then onto the games. We have a Sega Nomad up on top of the shelf. Then the Genesis games. There's just a handful of these here. This is mostly Will's thing. We also have the Sega CD, which is my current collecting target. I've picked up a number of things for the system recently, which I'm excited to do some reviews on. And then the NES, we've still got, a decent amount of NES games, I think. A nice selection of genres. Cheap ones, a couple expensive ones. There are some repro carts or homebrew carts, and then a couple of the Tengen ones. And then the end is just some assorted games. The Super NES collection has gotten quite small, and then we have some Switch games as well. And the PS1 is, I think, our second biggest in terms of the number of games we have for it. I think we're about 80 PS1 games. It's one of my favorite systems to collect for. There's a lot of fun little oddities in here. There's a few long box PS1, and then we are onto the PS2, another system that I quite love. Also here is the original Xbox, and then we get into the Xbox 360, which is the system that we have the most games for. And this is also the only system that hasn't been alphabetized because they're all double stacked. This is actually just a filler shelf of shows and things. The PS4 collection has shrunken considerably lately, and then this is all that remains of the Sega Saturn collection here. On the shelf, there's some extra controllers, some die-cast cars, and some toys and things. This is the mini Neo Geo. It's like a little mini arcade thing. I actually don't think this has been used yet, but we'll pick this up when it went on sale fairly recently. And then we've got the Transformers. Many, many Transformers, which came into the apartment at quite a rapid pace. Please don't ask me about the Transformers. Not my thing. And then there's Maxmu. He just got a haircut, and he's looking quite dapper, and he quite likes the game room.
In addition to the actual game room, there's also some gaming-related stuff that we keep in the living room. That is where the computers are, my computer where I do most of my editing and podcasting and voiceover work, and a significant amount of my actual gaming. I've also got my big box PC out here, and my Xbox One, and all of the movies and stuff. There's a couple consoles out here too.
So this is just a quick look at the living room. The TV has leveled up since the last game room video. This is my computer here. I like my giant monitors that let me see everything and do many things at once. And then over here, we've got an assortment of things. Let me stand on the couch and show you little stuffy friends here. There's a face hugger, there's a Mabari hound, there's a little May Funko, which is one of 2 Funkos remaining in the house. This is my big box PC collection, which I have grown quite fond of, as well as some art books and some game guides. Down here is the smaller boxes, as well as the boxes that I kind of regret buying, and then the strategy guides and some other sort of gaming-related books. Now hooked up to the big TV is the Xbox One X. It is a 4K TV, so it makes the most of that. There's the NES Classic, which is not hooked up right this second, and then the PS2 Slim, also not hooked up, but there when we need it. And then this is my Xbox One collection. It's gotten quite big, as it is probably my most used system right now. Well, it's definitely my most used system right now. And then just some Blu-rays, some ultra high def, some movies, shows, and things. A few small box PCs, and of course the good seasons of X-Files and Cena.
So that is it for the game room or collection tour. I do plan on, over the next couple of months, making some videos of specific collections. I want to go over my Sega CD games, my PS1 games, the NES games, and a little more detail, talk about the games a little bit, why I want to have them in my collection. So look forward to those in the coming months, and let me know if there's a particular system you'd like me to tackle first. I guess that's all for now. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you next time. So Lily has also been here this whole time for moral support, except she is stubbornly staying just out of frame. So let's just say hello to Lily. Hi, boo-boo. Hi. Say hello. Oh. I guess she's being shy today.